A conservative think tank is urging caution amid trade talks with China as the Trump administration makes progress. But the long-term goals of Beijing remain questionable. One America's Hines has more from Washington.
When it comes to trade with China, President Trump has promised to put America first and hold China accountable. Now a coalition of conservative leaders is speaking out about the risk to national security of Chinese investments in American companies.
China uses its industrial policy because there are no free enterprise companies there. They're all owned and operated by the communist government. So their purpose isn't necessarily to make a profit, it's to help China reach and obtain its geopolitical goals. And they use every tool at their disposal to steal from us, to close the gap, make themselves potentially at least our equal, and at some point they'd like to be our superior. They'd like to rule the world.
Blunt talk of Chinese trade and industrial policy from George Landreth, president of the conservative think tank Frontiers of Freedom, who organized a conservative coalition to oppose a joint venture between a Chinese steel company and American stainless steel maker Allegheny Technology, or ATI, which makes steel components relied upon by defense contractors. They are pushing the Committee on Foreign Investment in the U.S., or CFIUS, to oppose these types of Chinese trade deals.
What we were really discussing was, let's use the procedures we have in place and then make sure we don't just willy-nilly approve joint ventures and investment from China in American businesses where the real purpose is to get access to our intellectual property, to our processes and other things that they can be stolen and then used to aid them in their military, hopes for conquest.
And it is in this context that President Trump has refocused our understanding of trade, says Landreth.
I'm someone who believes, one, you always have to understand the implications on national security. And then secondly, when you have somebody like China that is so committed to cheating, then you have to basically punish them for that and make them behave. The president is trying to make them play by the rules.
Treasury Secretary Mnuchin is chairman of the CFIUS committee, which is charged with protecting American industry. And if he does his job as conservatives want him to, this may remain a trade rather than a national security issue. John Hines, One America News, Washington.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.